one. How lovely to see you all again. We've been looking forward to sharing another story with you, haven't we, Rusty? We hope you've had a nice week and kept busy. And we especially hope you've had a nice Easter weekend with your family. We've had a lovely time, haven't we? Had lots of Easter eggs and lots of games. Rusty particularly enjoyed the Easter egg hunt, where we hid them around the garden and he had to go and find them. And then we made an Easter bonnet. Don't you think he looks great? I do. Look at him, handsome boy. Anyway, our story this week is an old favourite, and I'm sure you've heard it before, and I certainly have read it many times. But, like I say, a good story is a good story. It doesn't matter how many times you hear it. So this week, Elmer. We're going to share Elmer. Okay, get yourselves comfortable. Here we go. Elmer. There once was a herd of elephants. Elephants young, elephants old, elephants tall or fat or thin. Elephants like this, that or the other. All different, but all happy and all the same colour. All that is except for Elmer. Elmer was different. Elmer was patchwork. Elmer was yellow and orange and red and pink and purple and blue and green and black and white. Elmer was not elephant colour. It was Elmer who kept the elephants happy. Sometimes he joked with the other elephants, and sometimes they joked with him. But if there was even a little smile, it was usually Elmer who had started it. One night, Elmer couldn't sleep for thinking. And the think that he was thinking was that he was tired of being different. Whoever heard of a patchwork elephant, he thought. No wonder they laugh at me. In the morning, before the others were really awake, Elmer slipped away, unnoticed. As he walked through the jungle, Elmer met the other animals. They always said, "Good morning, Elmer." Each time Elmer smiled and said, "Good morning." After a long walk, Elmer found what he was looking for. A large bush. A large bush covered with berries. A large bush covered with elephant-coloured berries. Elmer caught hold of the bush and shook it, so that all the berries fell off to the ground. Once the ground was covered in berries, Elmer lay down and rolled over and over, this way and that way and back again, and then he picked up bunches of berries and rubbed himself all over, covering himself with berry juice until there wasn't any sign of yellow or orange or red or pink or purple or blue or green or black or white. When he'd finished, Elmer looked like any other elephant. After that, Elmer set off back to the herd. On the way, he passed the other animals again. And this time each one said to him, "Good morning, elephant." And each time Elmer smiled and said, "Good morning," pleased that he wasn't recognised. When Elmer rejoined the other elephants, they were all standing quietly. None of them noticed Elmer as he started working his way to the middle of the herd. But after a while, Elmer felt that something was wrong. But what? He looked around. Same old jungle, same old bright sky, same old rain cloud that came over from time to time, and lastly, same old elephants. Elmer looked at them. The elephants were standing absolutely still. Elmer had never seen them so serious before. The more he looked at the serious, silent, still, standing elephants, the more he wanted to laugh. And after a while, he could bear it no longer. He lifted his trunk and at the top of his voice he shouted, "Boo!" The elephants jumped and fell always in surprise. "Oh my gosh and golly," they said. And then they saw Elmer, helpless with laughter. "Elmer," they said. "It must be Elmer." Then all the elephants laughed too, as they had never laughed before. As they laughed, the rain cloud burst, and when the rain fell on Elmer, his patchwork started to show again. Oh, the elephants still laughed as Elmer was washed back to normal. "Oh, Elmer," gasps an old elephant, "you've played some good jokes. But this has to be the biggest laugh of all. It didn't take you long to show your true colours. Oh, we must celebrate this day every year," said another. "This will be Elmer's Day. All elephants must decorate themselves, and Elmer will decorate himself elephant colour." And that is exactly what elephants do. On one day a year, they decorate themselves and they parade around. On that day, if you happen to see an ordinary elephant who's elephant colour, then you know it must be Elmer. The end. Wow, look at those beautiful patterned elephants. Which one do you like the best? The end. Well, there you go, year one. What a great story. I always like that story. I think Elmer's such a nice elephant, isn't he? And he shows us all that it's okay to be different. How boring it would be if we were all the same. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed it. And we hope you have a lovely week. And Rusty and I are going to look forward to seeing you next week for another story. Take care of yourselves. Bye.